Good day, proxies. I'm King Taffy, and I'm here to explain anomalies and disorders. Let's get into it. First and most important thing is knowing what is an anomaly, or more accurately, anomaly buildup. Essentially, it's the constant application of an element that leads up to the element's special effects. Now, I know this sounds complicated. Well, not really. It's kind of self explanatory anomaly buildup, but we'll get into more detail. Currently, we have 5 elements in the game: fire, ice, electric, physical, and ether. To know if you're building up an element, refer to this handy dandy meter right here. Every element has its own special effect when this meter is filled. The fire anomaly is very straightforward. Once the meter has been built up, it will cause the enemies to take continuous fire damage and burn. It's very simple. The fire element is probably the most simplest out of all the elements. It's there's not much to explain, to be honest. It's just really good for pumping out damage if that's what you're into. The ice anomaly is unique and complex in the way that it has 3 effects. The first effect is freeze, which locks an enemy in place, halting all movement for a short time. If you damage a frozen target, that will trigger the shatter effect. In turn, will then cause massive amounts of ice damage to the target. After the target has been hit with shatter, they will be applied the frostbite effect, which will increase the crit damage that they receive for a short duration. And here's a side-by-side comparison of with and without frostbite damage. The electric anomaly will cause the shock effect. This effect will cause electric damage to hit twice, almost as if there was 2 electric characters attacking at the same time. When the shock effect is triggered, you're going to see a lot of numbers appear on your screen. That's how you know you're pumping out a lot of damage with your electric character. The physical anomaly is much like the ice anomaly, in where it has more than one effect. It causes assault, which is like shatter, but instead it deals massive physical damage. Then there's flinch, which makes this meter build up faster. Flinch effectively makes your daze more effective, allowing you to stun your target more often. And then finally, there is the ether anomaly, which causes the corruption effect, which makes the corrupted enemy take more damage from ether attacks. Congratulations! Now you know all the anomalies and their effects, but we're still not done. You see, if we were to combine 2 anomalies together, we can get something called disorder. Disorder is a very unique effect in where it weaponizes the previous effect that you applied. Okay, I know that sounds confusing, but bear with me, please. Disorder takes these things into account. It takes AP, AM, the first applier, and character levels. Now, I know all of those words are confusing, but I'm going to explain them to you. AP and AM simply mean anomaly proficiency and anomaly mastery. Anomaly proficiency is how much damage your element does. Anomaly mastery is how quickly you can apply that element. Now that you know what AP and AM are, I'm going to show you how to use or how to activate disorder. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your character with the highest AP first and apply their effect. So for me, it would be my Sokaku. Then you take someone with a high AM, so for me, my Korin, because I don't have an anomaly character, and then have them quickly apply the secondary effect. So it would look something like this. So first I trigger Freeze with Sokaku, swap over to Korin, and trigger Assault. And that triggers Disorder. Now, the reason you want to make sure that the character that applied the first effect has a high AP is because the AP is what the disorder damage scales off of. The reason you're going to want to have high AM on your second character is so you can quickly follow up and apply the second effect as soon as possible, because you don't want the first effect wearing off. This makes disorder a bit tricky to trigger consistently because sometimes you might mess up the status effect rotations and you might end up doing something like this. And that would be just not good damage. So just make sure you know what you're doing with your status effects. Just remember, strongest, AP first, and then your secondary character. Now, one more thing you might need to know about this order is that this order does not care about your second character's level, only your first character. In the example, my Sokaku and my Korin were very different levels. My Korin was level 20 while my Sukaku was level 50. Another thing you must keep in mind is that anomalies and disorder cannot crit. So, if you want a centered team around anomalies and disorder, make sure you don't get crit damage or crit rate. Instead, go for anomaly proficiency and anomaly mastery in your discs. That should be all the information I have on anomalies and disorders for now. If I did leave something out, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. Also, while you're at it, why not consider subscribing? I also stream on Twitch and on TikTok daily. So if you guys want to come watch me play or just say hi, you're more than welcome to. That's all I got for now, so I'll see you guys next time. Laters! 許さへんで。あたいの足技見さらせや。